Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk wants next transfer accelerated after 26 million deal is announced. Virgil van Dijk says further defensive reinforcements are required at Liverpool. Despite the signing of Giovanni Leone, Liverpool took their summer transfer spend over the $300 million mark with the arrival of Leone from Serie A outfit Parma. The 18-year-old has signed a long-term contract with the Reds. The 26 million deal was announced shortly before the Reds kicked off the defense of their Premier League crown at home to Bournemouth on Friday night. As a result, Leone was in attendance at Anfield to watch his new club throw away a 2-0 lead before late goals from Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah sealed an opening day victory. However, just like against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield last weekend, Liverpool's weaknesses defensively were highlighted by the Cherries. While Leone is a talented central defender in his own right, the Reds are still keen to bolster this department with a Premier League proven player to hit the ground running. Liverpool have held talks with Palace about Marc Guéhi, who is in the final year of his contract at Palace, but the two clubs are yet to reach an agreement on a transfer fee. Speaking after the win over Bournemouth, Van Dijk admits signing another defender would accelerate their immediate improvement, but until the club go back into the market, the hard work has to continue within the squad. He said, "You can say you have to accelerate it, improvement, but that is down to the market. We have to focus on what's here and now. I think it, defensively, was much more improved than the last game, but there is still work to do. The manager already said we are playing with a right back, Jeremy Frimpong, who came from the Bundesliga, is 24 years old, and is trying to get used to how we defend. We play with Milos Kerkez, who is a very young fullback, very eager and full of energy, who is trying to get used to the way we play. It needs time. That's absolutely normal. But we also played without our six, Ryan Gravenberch, who missed out with suspension. We have to keep working. That's the main thing, trying to keep clean sheets. We conceded 2 goals in a transition moment where we have to do better. That's what we have to work on. Florian Wirtz tried to lure another former teammate to Liverpool on free transfer. Florian Wirtz rejected Bayern Munich in favor of Liverpool this summer, and his former Bayer Leverkusen teammate Jonathan Tah, who did move to the Allianz Arena, has been asked whether he tried to convince him to move with him. The pair, who won the Bundesliga in 2023-24 together under Xabi Alonso, were 2 of the key men that Leverkusen lost this summer. Alonso moved to Real Madrid, of course, and Liverpool triggered Jeremy Frimpong's release clause. In addition to snapping up Wirtz, Tah was available on a free transfer and was brought in by Bayern Munich in time to feature at the Club World Cup. The German giant was the assumed next destination for Wirtz at one stage before he was swayed by the Liverpool pitch. "I don't want to give too much away," Tah told Kicker. "Maybe he was also courting me at times because I wasn't sure what was next either. We both made our decision. That's good. That's exactly how it should be. Liverpool could pay up to $158 million, $116 million for Wirtz if all of the add-ons included in the deal are triggered, while the initial fee is the first time that the Reds have committed more than $100 million on one player. I think Wirtz did well," Van Dijk told reporters after his side's 4-2 win over Bournemouth at Anfield. The Germany playmaker was making his first competitive home appearance for the Reds and his Premier League debut. "I think he was quite tired towards the end, so that says a lot about the intensity of the Premier League," Van Dijk added. "But I think he is an incredible talent. He is so good on the ball, a great dribbler, he has settled in nicely, and there is a lot to come in my eyes. There is still hard work for him to do, but that is part of being a Liverpool player and the pressure that comes with it. But I'm pretty confident he will be absolutely fine." After facing Athletic Club in his first appearance at Anfield as a Liverpool player, Wirtz played down the weight of the price tag that is attached to his name. "No, I don't think about it," Wirtz insisted. "I just want to play football. How much money the clubs pay between each other, it doesn't matter. I think I am a player who needs freedom on the pitch, and the manager gives it to me. I have to respect the position and the players around me, try to give my best on the pitch and find the right places. I have the freedom. I will try to find the right places to be and the right spaces to get the ball and to be dangerous and create chances. I have not played a match in the Premier League, but I am looking forward to it, and that is why I came. There will be some differences from Germany, but I think there is also something I can learn to make me better, so I am really looking forward to it. Anthony Gordon fires clear warning to Liverpool over Alexander Isak transfer chase. Gordon warned Liverpool that they are in for a rude awakening at Newcastle next Monday night amid growing anger at their attempts to sign Alexander Isak. The Swede was absent as the Magpies began their Premier League season with a goalless draw against Aston Villa at Villa Park, where the hosts were reduced to 10 men when Ezri Konsa was dismissed for hauling down Gordon midway through the second half. Irate Newcastle fans could be heard chanting, "There's only one greedy," after the game as their anger at the situation surrounding their star striker was made clear. The Magpies host Liverpool in their first home game of the season next Monday. And after the Villa draw, thoughts quickly turned to the contest as the club's ire over the Reds' attempts to sign Isak continues. Liverpool have had one bid for the Swede turned down by Newcastle, and are expected to return with another after. The 25-year-old made it clear that he has no intention of playing for the Magpies ever again. When pressed on the meeting with Liverpool next Monday by TNT Sports, Scouser Gordon said, "With everything that's gone on, I'm sure the atmosphere is going to be a bit wild. I'll be excited to see the home fans again get back in the stadium. It's going to be a top game." Newcastle boss Eddie Howe was also pressed on the latest with Isak after the game, saying, "It's a difficult one to answer. I hope it's resolved quickly, because it's news around us all the time. Players have managed to shut that out and perform. We have to continue to do that. We have to cope without the narrative against us." On whether the situation will add spice to the Liverpool fixture, he added, "It's always spicy against Liverpool. There's a history to the fixture. We look forward to it. We know how good they are." The Reds got their season underway with a 4-2 win over Bournemouth at Anfield on Friday night, with summer signing Hugo Ekitike opening his account for the club before late strikes from Federico Chiesa and Mo Salah secured a dramatic victory. Newcastle beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final in March, while December's league fixture at St. James's Park ended in a 3-3 draw. Eddie Howe sends four-word message to Alexander Isak as Newcastle fans make feelings clear. Eddie Howe has said the door remains well and truly open for Alexander Isak to return to the Newcastle fold, despite the club's fans making their feelings towards the Wanaway striker clear at the end of their scoreless draw away to Aston Villa. Sweden striker Isak continues to stay away from the first-team squad as he attempts to force a move out of St. James's Park, and angry Toon supporters chanted, "There's only one greedy," at full-time. Liverpool have had one bid for Isak rejected, and it remains unclear whether they will return with an improved offer before the deadline at 7 p.m. on September 9th. But that has not stopped Isak from digging his heels in as he attempts to extract himself from a club where he was previously on the cusp of hero status. He has 3 years remaining on his contract and has continued to receive his $140,000 per week salary despite not even training with his teammates in recent weeks. Isak continues to work alone at the club's training ground and has even moved out of his residence on Tyneside. But speaking after a game in which he hailed his available players for their performance, Howe said of the summer's biggest transfer, "Saga, nothing's changed. The door is well and truly open, but he has to decide what he wants to do. We would like a resolution. The ownership, everyone, the players we have, want that clarity. You don't need any distraction. I'm not in control of that. There's only one person in control of that." Asked if he means Isak, Howe added, "Alex is in control of what he does. I'm not in control of him." And in terms of Isak being fined for not being part of the matchday squad, Howe was unable to add clarity when adding, "Other people deal with that issue. I'm concentrating on the team. Irrespective of Isak's future, Newcastle remain eager to add to their squad by September 1st deadline, with Jacob Ramsey set to be announced as a $40 million from Saturday's opponents. Howe continued. We're actively looking in the market. We're working hard to bring players in, more out of hope than expectation. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.